We are Stephen and Jill. Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. Stephen and Jill here.
Hello.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Butala.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting again back in sweet Scottsdale, Arizona. You never know where we're going to be, right? We just keep popping up in different places.
Today, Jill and I talk about successful mailer key performance indicators.
That's a mouthful.
This was requested by our Land Academy staff because people are asking about it through the customer service channels. What is it really? Did my mailer work or not?
Why didn't we just call it that? I have to ask. If you have a title, sir. If you have a title and you have to explain the title, why don't you just use the definition?
I'll tell you why.
Did my mailer work?
You and I are very fortunate because all the people that work for us are smarter than we are.
That's true.
We're just the actors.
Yeah, it's getting more and more like that.
Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the landinvestors.com online community. It's free. And if you're already a member, join us on Discord.
I wasn't done with that thought. I have one more thing to add. I have a former personal assistant that told me, this is probably something that you forgot again. I'm like, no kidding. That's why I had you.
If you expect us to be smart about anything,
or just remember everything. I hired you to remember things, so I don't have to. I have a little bit going on.
Jill and I are very smart about buying and selling land. That's why you're listening to this show. Everything else, forget it.
I'm not going to remember that. Again, that's why I hired you. Anyway. Okay. James wrote, "Hi, everyone. This is my first year as a land investor. I bought and sold a half a dozen properties already. Sold all my inventory within a month of buying it. Ho, ho, ho. However, I'm working in cold/northern states. Since this is my first year, I'm interested to hear if others find it harder to sell property up here once snow hits the ground. Does the snow make a difference in your sales? Do folks who invest in these areas also have non-snow southern states they rely on to do deals in the winter? Trying to plan a few months in advance. Thanks for your help."
You absolutely, so do I. It's a good question. You absolutely, and what I really respect here is planning ahead. Mm-hmm. Yes, you absolutely can sell property in
winter.
I'm from Michigan. I know this. So it's just slower. Mm-hmm. And your red, green, yellow test will reflect that. So if you run a red, green, yellow test in February for, November, December, January, you're going to see it's going to slow down. Mm-hmm. The days on market are going to be slower and all of that. But there's no replacement for buying property at 20, 30%.
Maybe that's the time to buy it, by the way.
That's exactly what I was going to say. So just make sure your pictures are good. Make sure you got a bright, sunny day.
Without snow on the ground.
I would really seriously consider drone shots during that time of year because everything's better from above. Everything looks better. And so, no, that shouldn't stop you. What it should do is encourage you to buy it even cheaper.
Yeah, I see.
What's the worst thing that can happen? You have to hold on to it for 6 months to double or triple your money until it's everything thaws out. I think that's okay.
Yeah, and use this as your time to pick up all those properties because you know what's going to happen come May.
And I'll add this. It might be a great time for you to expand your geographic area. There's no law against buying property in different states at the same time.
What?
Yeah.
Huh? What?
You can buy 50 properties right at the same day.
What? Really?
Can't do that with cars.
Don't I have to be an agent? Just kidding.
I'm serious. You have to be a licensed auto dealer with the location and everything to do that with cars.
More than however many. Yeah.
Today's topic, successful mailer key performance indicators. This is the meat of the show. Jill and I talked about right before the show started how we're just going to make fun of this. I'm serious.
Did my mailer work?
This is a very, and I don't mean anything negative by this. This is a total rookie question and a rookie topic. Oh my gosh, is my mailer going to work? Here's how you know if your mailer works.
Or have the yield, like what percentage do you get? What percentage is this? This comes up often. I'm like, why are we, can I say my sentence?
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm going to do some math here.
Good. My comment for the whole thing is, why are we comparing percentages? How about we compare bank balances? That's how you know if your mailer worked. Go ahead.
You send out 2,000 units. It's cost you about $1,000 by the time you're done with everything, mail and data and all of it. If you buy one property, and you make 10 grand on it, you spent $1,000 to make 10,000 net, 10,000 net. So you buy property for 30, sell it for 40 or 50 or whatever it ends up being. Does your mailer work? Do you need indicators for that? Do you need a dashboard? Do
I need to know how many calls that came in?
Oh my gosh, I only did one deal.
The missed calls.
I thought I was going to do 3 deals. Jack, you say you're supposed to do 3 deals for it. No, it worked.
Mm-hmm.
What doesn't work? 0 deals.
That's true. Well, and the hard thing is this comes up often. And when I tell people about this, I'm like, how often are you going to run these numbers and track each individual mailer? Because what will really, even though the days pass your expiration date on your mailer and it was 90 days ago, you're going to still get a call. Just wait for it. 6 months from now, you're going to get a call. 6 years from now, you might get a call. Are we really going to go back and go, oh, I need to adjust the numbers? Oh, look, that mailer yield was 9% instead of 8.76, whatever it is. It does. That's overkill.
I stopped tracking mailers long, probably after the first mailer. I stopped tracking the yield because I was getting signed purchase agreements back and doing deals. And then that's what I did. I didn't track the mailer anymore. Does it matter your mailer yield? No.
Like I can understand the mindset because that's in companies, that's big companies, that's what this many calls, translates into this many booked appointments, translates to this many completed sales. And then we have retention numbers and all of that. I get that. But in our world, so many of us are entrepreneurs running our own businesses. And this is valuable time you should be focusing in other places.
Jill and I just held the first career path session this round. And everybody, during the first session, we all go around and talk. And everybody says their background and their goals. And everyone had this disdain for a corporate environment.
Yeah, it's true.
Every single person.
It's true.
And an amazing diversified. I can't wait to these next 10 weeks to teach this. Truly an amazing diversified people from other countries and all different walks of life. It's great. But we all had that in common, and me included. You know, I said this sentence, I used to own a bunch of nursing homes, and I would rather work at McDonald's than do that ever again. Yeah.
You were talking to the gal that's still coming out from a hotel. You know, it was great. We own this awesome hotel and all these rooms. And she's like, I'm so sick of it. I can't tell you. Yeah.
We have a couple of people who've taken companies public.
Yeah, that's true.
In that group. We have a person who was a fisherman, self-proclaimed fisherman in the South Pacific for her entire career.
Yeah.
Like really diverse. We have
amazing. Pro basketball, pro
and
soccer. It's really cool.
Amazing group.
Yeah.
And performance indicators didn't come up.
This is true. You know what? That's what I'm really excited about. It's so interesting. The first career path was a more technical, brainy engineering group. Just the way it worked out. It's not like we screened for that. And then this group, I can't wait to see when we get our Enneagram test back. We make everybody do an Enneagram test and figure out what their numbers are. Yeah, we do.
We make them.
We do make them. I want to know. You know, because it's so fascinating to see, you know, what kind of people are here. And I'm excited to see the results. In case you weren't sure, Steve is an 8 and I'm a 7. But I have hints of 8 and I have hints of 3, I think it is. I have to go back and look. I can't remember. But it's pretty wild.
You should take the test. If you're listening or watching this. I was against it in the beginning, like everything. I'm always against everything in the beginning. And then I'm glad it's happened. Jill and I
we're good at
redecorating
partners.
A house, and I was against it.
I
said we should just move all our stuff in and enjoy it. And now the wood floors are coming back down and it's all perfect. And Jill's so like, see, excited. I told you. And I'm like, oh my God, you're right.
He's so excited now.
I actually said this sentence today. This is worth the money.
Yeah, he did. He did.
All kidding aside, your mailer needs to yield about one good acquisition for every 1,500 units you send out.
For land.
And for land. And I don't mean, not for houses. For houses, it's closer to 3,500 now. Maybe even higher because of the way this market is. So you don't need to obsess on trying to get 2 deals. The last thing you want to do is try to get 2 deals out of 1,500 because you're probably going to talk yourself into buying a property that you shouldn't be buying.
Yeah, that's true. Just to get that, I have 3.29% yield on my mailer. Yeah. How did you do? Heck, I don't know. I really don't know. People ask me, how did you do? I'm like, I don't know. Here's what I bought. Here's what I sold. And here's how much I made. That's really what I care about.
And I can tell you right now, if I sent the mailer out to every 5-acre owner in Nevada for $150 an acre, we would get so many deals, it'd be silly.
Yeah.
If I did the same thing in Michigan, we would get 0 deals. Yeah. So, well, great, Jack. That's helpful. I just started. I don't know that stuff. Yeah, you don't. There's no way yes.
You will. You're going to know.
That's right.
You know what? You're going to know after your first mailer within 30 days, you're going to go, wow, we got to go back and buy more in this area. Or, I can let that one go. Don't send more there, but we're going to send more there and there.
That's it. And that's what you should be comparing, not these yield. Like, what you should be doing is really looking for and focusing on the red, green, yellow test in places that are unique to send mail. Instead of worrying, then your mailer performance is going to be amazing.
Right.
Or spend more.
It's just getting hung up on this stuff. I see this stuff as people avoiding doing what they should be doing.
Me too.
Answering the phone, not doing this math.
There's places in certain states in the Southwest, multiple states, where I price the mailer at like 60% of what I know we can sell it for, because I know the markets are so hot that I stopped tracking mailer yield on that. The last mailer I did, I think, was probably 10,000 units. I think we did we'll end up doing about 20 deals out of it. And we'll make way more than $1 million. Probably $1.5 million. At that point, do I look at whether or not the mailer worked? No. Nope. If I did one deal, one off that whole mailer,
and still made it, like $100,000 or $80,000 even, it's worth it.
Right.
Think about it. My mailer cost $5,000. I made $80,000. Was it worth it? Yeah.
So this is a new theme. So, and Jill's exactly right about the first career path. I think there were 15 people in there, and 12 of them were engineers. And so all we did was talk about mail-in pricing to the point where Jill got actually angry.
I'm like, knock it off and get the dumb mail out.
Get the mail out and answer your phone. Because engineers and accountants, and I know this because I'm an accountant, recovering accountant, I don't answer the phone the way Jill does. Not even close. And so that's this career path. We have professional salespeople, like career salespeople in there. I can't wait to see what they do.
Yeah, this group, I think talking comes naturally to them. And the deal stuff, so that's the easy part. This group is going to be very different and so fun.
We have a woman in there who took over Avon and started doing her own cruises as an Avon rep, just a regular person, just kind of doing her own land academy for Avon. And they shut her down.
It's amazing.
They didn't want her to have that much success or control.
Crazy.
That doesn't happen here at Land Academy.
No, we encourage success.
If you want to have
we want to hand over control. Just kidding.
If you want to have a Land Academy cruise, however, just call me because I'll probably pay for it. Exactly. I'll speak at your cruise.
That's right. You plan it. You book it. We will come. That's awesome. We should say that Career Path 01 was like trying to plan a big event, and they're like, I don't want to plan it, but if you plan it, we'll come. Happy you could join us today, 5 days a week. You can find us right here on the Land Academy Show.
So remember, the episode on the Land Academy Show is called How to Complete a Land Acquisition with a Mobile Home on It. You are not alone in your real estate ambition.
That's a hot topic.
This is one of my favorite topics.
Really hot topic.
We do a lot of mobile home deals right now.
I saw some the other day, put something in Discord or somewhere, maybe, I don't know, it wasn't Land Investors but they said, is this a bad thing? It's got a mobile on it. Like, no.
That's where this came from.
Oh, good. Like, no, this is a good thing. Hold on. If you need access to any sort of ownership or property details, including owner phone numbers and FEMA flood map overlays, check out neighborscoop.com and parcelfact.com. Created by investors. That's us, for investors like you. We are Steve and Jill.
Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you find our content valuable, and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.